All right. So, hello everyone. I welcome you to the Bachelor's live stream on the topic of why study at the Faculty of Social Studies. Here I am, Abhinav, currently in my sixth semester of studying international relations and European politics, and I'm joined by Yumi and Kate. Yumi, please, if you can give an introduction of what you're studying and everything.
Okay. My name is Yumi. I'm from Japan, and I'm currently in the second semester of Politics, Media, and Communication program.
And what about you, Kate?
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm also on my second semester, but on Global Challenges, Politics, Society, and Environmental program.
Perfect. So we have all three of the programs here represented at the live stream. So hopefully when you have questions about any of the things later in the live, you can ask anything that you want. So let's get started with the live. Like everyone wants to understand like what basically attracts you to Masaryk University and like why, you are studying here. So what are your thoughts about it on Kate?
I guess Masaryk University, when I was applying, it was academic preferences, location, also financial aspects, and I guess here it also combines in a perfect picture because I really enjoy my studying and I really enjoy the city, and like everything about it just makes it comfortable and really like cozy in some ways.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. The Czech Republic is very welcoming, very nice, kind-hearted people, and especially the faculty is remarkable. Everything is very easily accessible. The professors are very friendly. They're very kind. Everyone is there to help you. Plus, we're here to help you with anything. And I think Yumi would kind of agree with my comments, and
Yes,
she would
yes,
add
of
to it as
course,
well.
because we have like so many information to read in English. Like it is so rare to like find the all the information or like all gathered in English, like especially in the foreign universities. So like that helped me to choose the university as well. And also the ambassadors were like helpful before I chose to study. So it was like one of the big reasons that I chose Masaryk University as well.
Yeah. Plus, another big factor for me was also like the ranking of the university. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good. Plus, compared to other Western European universities, for non-Europeans especially, it is very affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the perfect combination for me, and
Mhm.
it's perhaps the best decision that I've ever made in my life to come here, study at Masaryk University, especially international relations and European politics, which I was really passionate about. I've discussed it in the past that I was mainly interested in studying international law, but then I realized that a career in law isn't for me, and I kind of wanted to be in the same field. And the IRA program here, the bachelor's one especially, provided me everything that I needed to study and gave me inspiration to pursue whatever endeavor that I might have. And yeah, so like, why global challenges for you, Kate?
I guess it was hard for me to choose like one specific field because in high school I was interested in biology, ecology, and also law. And then I found this Global Challenges Politics, Society, Environmental program. And I guess it helps, like it creates a time like to find what I'm really interested about. Because for example, now I'm more interested in politics, and
Hmm.
I like that I have a time to choose, for example, my master program and something like that. So I guess it's really like a wide spectrum, and I enjoy studying like diverse fields.
Yeah, I would say that the Global Challenges program is very nice because I think I was in my first year when the two new programs were introduced, and I saw a look at it. And Global Challenges, especially, has very interesting fields. And for a time, I was like, damn, that's a really good program right
Yeah.
there. But another program that caught my eye, and I was actually considering to study it as well as a second bachelor's, was Politics, Media, and Communication. What a program! When you look at the structure of it, it looks amazing. And I think that you're having the best time studying it, aren't you?
Yeah, 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 I am. Like it's similar to what Kate said. We have like three main fields to focus on. So I could like go to like any career path, like depending on what I'm interested in, like in the future before I finish my studies. And also, I like the idea of like becoming the first alumni of the program because it's new. And yeah, and also like all the like new courses like are introducing for each semester because we're like still in the newly program. So yeah, I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah, plus politics, media, and communication once again has a lot of practical knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking out one of the courses which is on data visualization.
Yeah.
It is so practical and so helpful. I
Yeah.
think it can help people break into like many different career fields.
Yeah.
And similar with global challenges, so many different things to study, especially about gender studies or cultural sociology and all these things.
Yeah.
I mean, they would be really good.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the program combines, for example, environment and politics, and like people usually do not think about something like combine in that way, but it's really fascinating.
Talking about combinations, international relations and European politics as well is quite a combination right there. In the Czech programs, they usually take it as like two different subjects, but here it's combined. So you can study international relations, basically how nations interact with each other, how societies evolved around international politics and global challenges, combined with a European perspective of how things look like, including European institutions and all these things, which of course is very necessary because when you come to the Czech Republic, you will be in the heart of Europe. Czech Republic is connected to everything. Everything is just 1 or 2 hours away. So, it just makes sense to study it here because you get such a good perspective of studying, what it truly means to have a great European perspective on things. So yeah, the programs are good. The academic life is good. Like if there is anything that you would want to talk about regarding the course structures of like how they go, like how the first year usually looks like, because you both are in the first year right now. I'm concurrently in my third semester, so I can talk later about how the final years of your study look like. But yeah, so if you have something similar in experiences with your first years, you can discuss it right now.
I guess I would start. For me, the unique picture was many courses have multiple professors, and it's really interesting because you can have a perspective from different people, and they have different views on different topics, and that's really unique knowledge, I guess I would say. And also for me, it's a combination, interconnection of everything here, in sociology, politics, environment. It's so interesting because how they the ways that they interconnected are really good.
For me, the timetable. I want to mention about the timetable because, when I was imagining how the university life would look like, I was imagining there's gonna be class every single day from early in the morning to the late at night. But our faculty has really unique timetable. We don't really have every single day. So we have lots of time to focus on readings and getting more knowledge about the topics. So I really like about it. And also Kate mentioned there's a unique environment from the professors who are coming from other countries. But I also want to mention about how the student environment is international in this university and faculty. There are so many Erasmus students or full-time students coming from all across the world, and it's really amazing, I would say.
Yeah.
You guys are hearing from us international students how international the environment is. So of course, it's very great here. Another thing that I would like to talk about the courses is the flexibility. Have you all taken courses from other faculties? Because I have. And I think it's such a unique thing to be doing as a university, that you can study international relations or global challenges or politics, media, and communication. And at the same time, you can take courses from other faculty. Say, if you're interested in economy like me, you can choose to study in the Faculty of Economics, something about macroeconomics or microeconomics, which gives you a lot of flexibility and it adds to your credits as well. At the same time, like if you're studying global challenges, maybe you can, you're more interested in art history or something like that, then you can choose those things. So yeah, I think it's like a perfect blend of things, and the faculty gives you so much freedom to pursue other endeavors, other opportunities, and does not, stand in your way of, exploring yourself as a person, which I think is very important because most of us often associate universities with just studying. And although studying is important, extracurricular activities and finding yourself is also at the same time very important thing to be doing. So yeah, it's a very good initiative by the university. Plus, not just that, like if you're taking bachelor's, you have to take two PE courses, and the PE courses are so good, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's actually my second semester, but I've already had two PE courses, and it's really fascinating. It was dancing and like gym, and it's really good because even like for PE lesson, you can go to gym basically, and you can gain credit for that.
Yeah, I took Zumba course in the last year, and yeah, it was fun. Like I don't really like work out by my choice, but like it's kind of forced to attend the PE class, so like it was like great opportunity, and also like I had lots of fun, like the class itself.
Yeah, and for me, I took both of my PE classes as hiking. So I went hiking around Brno, in surrounding cities, exploring what nature has to offer in the Czech Republic. And it was such a good time for me. I would recommend anyone who's going to come to the university and has to take PE to take the hiking courses because, yeah, they're damn good. Um, so, do you have anything else to add to, your life in Brno as a student? Like anything that you might have faced as a challenge or something that you find really positive because you're coming from Ukraine. So, how is it here?
I guess I really enjoy my time here. As you said, especially about the timetable, I really enjoy my schedule and how I can combine actually living here, like studying, living, relaxing, and it's not too much. It's like everything is enough. And I really enjoy that. I enjoy studying in the library and then go, like, for example, to coffee with my friends. And it's super cozy. I guess it's convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, I would very much agree with that. And thank you for mentioning the library because the library here at our faculty is amazing. You can pretty much find any source that you want. You get access to most of the online libraries across the world, academic journals, magazines, and everything else that you would need to study. It's a very cozy environment at the faculty and especially at the library. Plus, sometimes when the exam time comes, especially right now, since we're all studying, you can also hop on to the study areas that are like right next to the faculty, right in front of it, and they are open 24/7. So, like if you are in a noisy environment or you just want to take your mind off of something and go to a different place to study, the university offers you the opportunity to pretty much go to the study rooms and like study there for like 24/7. It's open all the time. So yeah, I think they take very good care of us. And that shows that, like studying and everything matters quite a lot. And coming to you, Yumi, what do you find good about the libraries or something?
Libraries are good. Yeah, the room is very cozy and like we can like focus on like for many hours. But like I also wanted to mention about the positive aspects of living in Brno. It's a student city, so like we can get like lots of discounts on food and drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
like
like
returning to the library, I would add about the group rooms because
The
I
group rooms are the
needed to.
best. Oh my God. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the group rooms, if you've never been there, you have to be there because they're so good.
Yeah, our group needed to prepare a presentation for one subject, and it's really convenient to book a room and then just study together, and it's super convenient. You should try it, definitely.
Yeah. Coming to, the life of a student, I think people here would also be interested in getting to know how the admission procedure works in like the different programs. So, like you can start with politics, media, and communication.
Like in my year, like it was like only submitting 2 essays and 1 interview. But like now, the future students have to take exam. Yeah. So the admission process has changed, but it was easy to apply because like everything was on the website. So yeah.
Yeah, I would emphasize that like everything is on the website and it's pretty accessible. All information is written in English and you can access it like pretty easily. Like for my program, Global Challenges, it's also a test on the subjects. It's also written and the English language certificate, like international students. So
yeah, and for international relations as well, you have an English language certificate, which can be either IELTS, TOEFL. Most of the English language tests are available, or at this point, you can even take a test at the Muni Language Center, but we don't know how that would proceed further. At the same time, there is a um, multiple choice test, which is based on 3 readings, which are accessible to you when you pay the application fee. So make sure when you're submitting your application to pay the application fee, because after that, like you will get all the required documents that you would need. And yeah, it's a pretty easy test, nothing to worry about. The faculty, does not want to scare you or do something that is like going to be daunting to you. It is mostly just meant to assess you as a student of social science, because they just want to see if you're able to, comprehend complex texts and complex literature. So yeah, as long as you're able to do that, you would be pretty much a model student at the faculty. And I would also suggest you, like Kate said, to keep an eye out on the website, because some changes might be coming. So just be careful and be mindful to the deadlines, which is on the 1st of June. So I would recommend you to, if you're still considering joining the faculty, to submit your application by the 1st of June. But I would also recommend to do it early, because the office needs to prepare all your documents and everything. So it takes a lot of time. So the earlier you fill your application, the better it is. And you will also, I assume, have to fill up your visa procedure. So yeah, it's a complicated procedure. So as long as you fill your application earlier, as that's the best thing to do. So yeah, we've talked about studies. Academics are always important. So we have the important thing out of the way. Now we can talk about something that's much more relaxing. That is, just your life in Brno, like the social lives, and what things you like to do around the city, and is the city good enough for you to like, do extracurricular activities or go out for a coffee or a drink or something. So yeah.
Yes, I would say the city is really good because it's not too big, and as Yumi said, it's like student city, so it's really convenient to do that. And for me, I like many extracurricular activities. For example, in here you can really try everything from going to the swimming pool, going to hot yoga, going even to box. And it's really cool because I have time for that and I have an opportunity to do that in this city. So I guess it's really good. And for example, places to visit, like some coffee shops, like some cafes, they're really cute. You can find some even small cozy places somewhere not in the city center, so it's really good. I would say the nature also in Brno, especially now, it's spring and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. Brno is perhaps the most beautiful city that I've been to. Well, one of the most beautiful cities. And yeah, the faculty is right in the center, so it's pretty much accessible from every single place in Brno. At the same time, right next to the faculty, there's the Spielberg Castle. The views from there are amazing. We usually have our faculty barbecues there. There are a lot of events here for people studying as international students, as the faculty likes to, keep keep them engaged and, also get to know them personally. So these are opportunities that people can use to get to know the professors personally and, just strike up conversations with them. The professors are very friendly as well.
Yes.
They are extremely friendly, and they're very helpful. Actually, as a part of a student, you sometimes would have to transition into extracurricular activities, which are very important. And of course, one of those extracurricular activities could be a Model UN. We have recently started having a tradition of Model UN, and you can be a part of the next Model United Nations conference, which is going to be next year, and you can join us in the event. And I think everyone would have a great time with it. So yeah, great extracurricular activities, and the faculty would give you a lot of support. When I wanted to start the Model United Nations, the professor Martin Hovanchik, who is the head of the Department for International Relations, he gave us a lot of support, along with Professor Krish, who's the actual head of the department of the Faculty of Social Studies. They all just gave a lot of support, encouragement, and even like financial aid when we needed stuff to happen. So if you have a project that needs to be fulfilled, then I'm pretty sure that the faculty will help you with your endeavors, and it looks great on your CV. And CVs are all that matter.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with the help because, for example, even now I'm preparing for my exam and the professors are really helpful. I can ask an advice, I can ask for recommendations for some literature additional sources, and everyone will reply me. Actually, it's super helpful. I really enjoy professors.
Yeah, the professors are really good. Plus it also allows you to have an encouraging environment where, your answers and your pleas will be answered by professors. So it's just very good to have a supporting environment. And plus, you have our student ambassadors to also assist you with anything. If you need help with anything around the city, you can always like hit us up. We would be more than willing to help you guide through the city, and any other questions that you might have. Like as a student, sometimes it's also important to, I guess, get to know the work situations. I'm not sure if you're working right now part-time.
Yes,
So
I'm working part-time. It's like it only takes like 2 hours a day. It's in a shop actually. I guess it's convenient for student because it, for example, for me, does not take much time and I can combine with studying, and also it's not too much, I guess.
Yeah, with me as well. I'm right now working part-time as a researcher with a media corporation. It's quite good. And yeah, like part of the reason why I got the job was because, they knew that I was at Muni, and my bosses were very impressed with me, and they said that, oh, Muni like makes the best, the smartest people. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's very nice to hear. So I'm getting to hear that, like people actually respect you for studying here at the university is quite a good thing, and quite an encouraging thing for me as well. So yeah, like part-time jobs are really widely available, along with internships. Sometimes even like people at the faculty might help you get some. But yeah.
Yeah, and also like the Muni in general have a career center, and the workshops and career center like are really helpful.
Yes.
You can access the ads, and they have private consultation, for example, for your CV, for and other stuff. It's really
Yes,
useful.
that's very good that you're mentioning it, because the Muni Career Center is now very active. They are like regularly holding events to, basically engage with the international students. Some of them are even in English. You get to know like what qualifications you would need to work in the Czech Republic, which is obviously very crucial information for everyone who plans on staying here after they finish their studies. So yeah,
I've been to Job Nest like the last time, and it's really useful.
yes.
I've learned how to write CV, some tips, and also how to find, for example, work as international students. What should you emphasize? How it's
Yeah.
like in all the process.
Yeah, like the procedure can be confusing, so all these events just make your life so much easier. It's very good. Along with obviously like career focused events, of course the faculty has you know, faculty hikes, which is organized by you know, the faculty itself. So you know, you get to know your students, and the first year students can also, you know, make better friends. I think Kate was there at the hike, right?
Yeah, I
So
was
how
there
was
like
it?
for the last hike. It was really impressive. It was not like a huge amount of people, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like a small community, and we were just going through the forest next to like the view,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so cozy, I would say. We talk with each other, we just have fun, and it like I enjoy those relaxing day when you cannot just think about only studying, but just uh, have a walk with your friends.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what matters. Like sometimes you just need to take a break from studying, and you know, it's a very good thing that the faculty cares about these sorts of things, which is very also very important. You know, usually these events are also posted and promoted on the faculty Instagram. So you know, like if you want to get to know more about the student life, which of course like you cannot ask here, or you know, you feel you know, not the best asking it right now, you can follow us on FSS underscore Masaryk, which is the English Faculty of Social Studies Masaryk University Instagram account. All pretty much all information from deadlines to events is portrayed on the Instagram account. So yeah, yeah, and like coming back to, you know, just regular
Mhm.
studies, you know, I did not take the opportunity to go on for
Mhm.
Erasmus. Are you planning on doing it? Because if you are,
I actually applied for Erasmus, and
you're
I
kidding
will
me.
go for the next semester, autumn semester, to a university in Germany.
Oh,
So, and
let's go.
I'm really glad for one of my professors who helped me and my friend to
Mm-hmm.
find the university, find the right university, and apply there.
Mm-hmm.
So we are nominated by our faculty to go to Germany, and it's Erasmus is really good because. They usually have a really strong community everywhere, even here in Masaryk
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
University, and also like it's really, I guess, better for my studying because I will find new information, meet new people, and the fact that university really help with this is crucial for me. Yeah.
Erasmus, I would say, is a life-changing experience. Although I did not go for Erasmus in my bachelor's, I'm going to continue with my studies here at Masaryk for my master's program, and I am definitely hell-bent on going for
Mhm.
Erasmus with my master's because it is just an opportunity that I do not want to give up. It is such a good thing for exposure. You get to have better connections in different countries, getting to know better uh, professors, and all these things. So you know, like all these experiences matter, and yeah, like Erasmus is like the perfect opportunity. Plus, you know, sometimes you're even able to secure a grant, which would allow you to, you know, pay for your living expenses there. So essentially, you know, the you are living in a different country, getting a different education, while at the same time also not, you know, worrying about your finances too much.
Yeah, yeah, that's really a really good aspect because with a scholarship you cannot, for example, you can allow yourself not to work but just focus on studying in different country, and it's really good.
Hmm.
And what are you planning to do after your bachelor's?
Well, after my bachelor's, I'm gonna do the master's.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like after with my master's, I plan on, you know, going into more into the extracurriculars. I plan on having my own podcast, which the faculty has Radio R. So you know, they can help you if you have like some creative endeavors. They can help you with
Mm-hmm.
that. I plan on having a podcast which is about, you know, just the general life in Brno, and you know how Brno can have a certain culture shock on people coming from different areas. As I'm pretty sure a lot of you who might join us here at the faculty might experience some similar experiences. So yeah, like I would be starting the podcast in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it would be very good for me to have you as a guest.
I would also be a guest.
Of course, you would be a guest. Yeah. So yeah, these are all the things that the faculty helps you with, and it's like a very, very good exposured environment. So yeah, and you can even get credits for internships and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it depends on the amount of hours you do, but you can get a good amount of credits for doing an internship.
Mhm.
So yeah, everything is quite good at the faculty, and like I pretty much have no complaints from it whatsoever so far.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and that's how it goes because everything is so streamlined. Right when I arrived in Brno, like from Clara helping me with
Mhm.
clearing up the documents, to the extra support from the professors, to then finding friends who were
Yeah.
willing to help me come from Prague to here. Everything has been super great. Plus, the living situation here is also great. The cost is pretty much comparable to many other places, but
Mhm.
much cheaper at the same time. So yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, I personally live in the dormitory. Like I prefer, and here you actually can find apartment and live there, and I would prefer doing it like when I can. So
Mhm.
it's in dormitory also is convenient.
Yeah, the dorms are really good. I live in one of them, so it's a very close knit community in the
Mhm.
dorms. People are very friendly. It's The dorms are the best place to make friends, honestly. In the kitchen of the dorms, you're cooking,
Yeah.
a person shows up, you feed them something. That's how they become your friends.
Yeah.
It's really good, cozy environment. But at the same time, like if you value your privacy as well, you can find places in Brno which are like individual like single rooms. Some dorms even have single rooms,
Mhm.
so you could have some sort of arrangement for you. Once again, I would like to stress on one thing, which is the deadline for the application procedure. It is the 1st of June. Do not wait for it. If you wait for it, it might take longer for your documents to arrive. Plus, it's better to get all the official stuff, dealt with right in the beginning, right? And why leave it for the end? If there's anything that you would like to add, Kate?
I guess it's everything clear with admission procedure, and with dormitory, also you cleared everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think we have cleared up everything. Yeah. So yeah, like if you have any other questions that you might have or something like that, you can ask us. But at the same time, there are many other things that we still can discuss on the
Yeah.
live, which is about like just general things like how has the Czech Republic treated. Have you ever had like a negative experience here so far?
Negative experience. I would say no. Maybe I'm not. I do not remember. So big one, definitely no. Maybe some like casual troubles, but that's not that. I guess it's in every country you can find that. So everything was convenient. And for example, in shops, in cafes, when I speak English, everyone understands. And
Exactly.
yeah,
And that's what I love about Brno. Like you can get away with just speaking English because
Yes.
it's such an international city. Most of the people that you would see are from all walks of life. So, English is a widely used language here. Of course, there are like some times when like old people might not know what you're saying. But yeah, like the younger people usually, they're very well versed in English. And I even if people like don't know how to speak English, like I had this one incident which is like quite funny. I was in the bus going to Klusachkova, and there was this one old lady, like very old lady, and she just like came up to me and she was like, "Oh, do you speak Czech?" And I was like, "Oh, Nevim," which is like, "I don't know Czech." And then she was like, "Oh, you speak French?" And I was like, "Un peu français," which is like a little bit of French. And then we just had like a casual conversation in French in the Czech Republic with a Czech person. So it's such a crazy experience to talk about. Literally, people are very friendly. I have so far not experienced any sort of discrimination or something like that. But of course, it is quite good. So, I see one question by Barbara. Is it hard being away from your family? Um, Barbara, like I think it is a very individual experience.
Mm.
For me, I'm very determined to have my life sorted out so I can, you know, kind of keep my emotions at bay. But of course, sometimes there are just moments when you're like, oh, I wish my mom was here, when you get a good grade or something like that. And you're like, oh, I wish I could have shared this thing with them. So, of course, like there are moments when you miss them. But, you know, friends are the family that you choose for yourself. And here at Muni, you're going to make tons of friends. And I think Kate would agree with that
Yeah,
because,
yeah. Because when I moved here, I was 17, and I guess the first one was hard for me. But now I cannot imagine my life going another way. It's just the way it is, and it should be. And I guess it's how you gain confidence, how you gain like everything. And Mooney really helps with it
yeah,
because
it does. There are like so many opportunities to, just make friends, like
yeah.
barbecues, hikes, faculty days when there's literally like hot dog stands and fry places outside the faculty, and you can pretty much just do whatever you want. I see there's another question by Suraj. It is, hey, what about the process of selecting courses? Like, do we have to select the course before our arrival or after arrival? So typically, the registration period, I don't know specifically the
Mhm.
date when it would start or the semester that you're enrolled in. I'll just keep an eye out on the IS. It's at in the section of student, and you go to the start of semester. There you have all the dates that are lined up.
Mhm.
When the registration period starts, it doesn't matter if you're in a different country or in Brno, you can start registering for the courses, and then after the period is done, you would be enrolled in those courses, of course, granted that you're able to make it here and there are no other issues with your study or documents. So
And also you have like the preferred syllabus, which courses like
yes.
it's the best way to take, but also you can add some another courses if you're interested in even from another departments, and just make your timetable, your schedule.
Yeah. So you can choose the courses if you're not in Brno technically, but for the classes, you have to be in
Mhm.
Brno because they're all in person. So there's another question by Donna. I have applied for a Global Challenges program. That's your specialty, Kate. What should I primarily be contacting? Who should I primarily be contacting, emailing with questions about this program?
uh,
The
mm,
person is right here.
yeah, I'm Kate. You can find my email on the FSS Mooney page, ambassadors, and there is my email. You can ask every question. I will glad to reply you.
Yeah. You can even like shout out your Instagram and they might,
I don't have Instagram.
oh, damn, Kate. Yeah, but you can find us on the Instagram page, um, Instagram page, or on the website
Mhm.
under the title of ambassadors, and you can find Kate there and just shoot her an email, ask
Yeah.
any question that you want about the program, and she would be able to answer it because she's the ambassador, she knows it the best. How much time it takes to get the ISEC card? So for the ISEC, it usually takes at least 2 weeks to get the
Mhm.
card, but it takes 2 weeks from when the payment has been processed.
Yeah.
So it might take like 3 or 5 days for you to make the payment and for it to get processed. And after that, in 2 weeks, your card would be ready.
And also, it depends on when you upload the photo or take the photo.
Yes.
It's really
So
important.
you first need to be here. You need to get a picture taken at the faculty. There's a photo studio and there's a special section that you need to access via iNet. And then after the photo is done and it is uploaded to the information system, then you can get the ISEC.
Yeah, and about ISEC, it's really useful. For example, you can
ISEC saves your life, literally.
Yeah, for tickets, for traveling, for food, like for everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super great.
You will be surprised how useful the ISEC is because it's not just about transportation or access to museums or food. It's also about internet. if you have an ISEC, you can get
Yeah.
cheaper internet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say which name because, you know, I'm not that brand ambassador, but still, like, there are huge discounts. You're not gonna believe how cheap things can be if you have the ISEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
We have a question from Caesar who asks, when you are hiking, is it in small group and what mountains? So the faculty hikes usually are very easy because most
Yeah.
international students, you know, they do not know how to hike properly and they haven't been in those regions. So it's usually around the Brno lakes or to the Veveji castle in Brno.
Yeah.
And then there are like specific courses. There's like one Czech course and one course in English for hiking. I've taken both of them. The Czech one has more difficult hikes to Palava and all these places. Palava is such a beautiful place. It's near the castle ruins and everything. And from there, you go to Mikulov. Mikulov also has castle. So it's a very beautiful hike. And yeah, the English courses are once again to the Veveji castle, around the Brno lake, and all these things. So, you know, the English ones are easier compared to the Czech courses. So yeah.
Yeah.
And you have done a hike as well, and
I've done
you're
a
from
faculty
Ukraine,
hike. Yeah.
so it was easy for you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm
it was
assuming that.
definitely easy. It was just more like a walk, but it was really good because we saw much place in and around Brno. For example, I've never seen them before, and it was interesting for me. Yeah.
Is it easy to get a minimum wage job while studying? Well, I will not say that anything is easy. If you put your mind to it and, you know, you have the certain qualifications and skills to have a particular job, then of course no one is going to say no to you and you would get the job. But it
Yeah.
also depends on like which field you are, you know, trying to break into, if you already have the necessary knowledge of the area and all those things. I have a part-time job. Kate also has a part-time job, but that's also because we have already spent, like, I have spent some time here at the faculty studying international relations. That's why I was able to get into that job. Kate has a job right now in a shop, which, you know, I think
I find it like through people because when I came here, it's really more easier because you start to communicate with people, you find some recommendations, some advices, and it's really like easier here.
Yeah. Donna asks a question about dormitories. Could I find roommates that are studying in the same field? Well, Donna, when I was in my dorm in the beginning, I had a person who was studying in the same field, but it is completely random. You cannot choose who your roommate is gonna be, basically. Like if you're being assigned a room, it's gonna be random. But at the same time, when you're going through the when you're going through the ISCAM system and you're trying to book a room, you can already see like what the person is, who the room belongs to, etc. If they already have the room, so you know you can make certain searches and see how that goes.
I personally have like all international students in my room, so it's like we are not from one field, but it's just convenient because we all speak English and
yeah, pretty much same. Like you would have like international roommates anyway, but it's by luck if you have them from the same field or whatever. There's another question from Suraj who asks how much time it takes to open a bank account there and what are the required documents to open a bank account. So for me, I think the bank account thing is a very subjective experience because I've heard from people that it takes quite a while to open one because there are many documents, but I did not face such an issue. I just went into the bank, I gave them my passport, my documentation, like where I'm, the residency thing, proving that I live in the Czech Republic, and that was it. That was all it took. And a copy of my visa, of course. And it was a very easy process for me. And if you had any problems?
me either, because I had a little different because I'm from Ukraine and it was a different procedure for Ukrainians at that point. So it basically was my passport and the visa, and that's all. ID also, yeah.
Yeah.
And it
So
took 14 days, I guess. It
oh,
was
14 days.
yeah,
My account was like opened instantly.
instantly, and the card I received
Yeah, and the
like in
card
14
it took
days.
like a week to arrive. So yeah, it was not that big of a deal for me, but experiences can differ from person to
Yeah,
person, so it depends. So yeah, you know, banking is not that difficult in the Czech Republic, I
yeah.
would say. There's a question. Hi, would you say the university environment is competitive or rather cooperative? Um, I would say it is like completely subjective because while there are certain things that require a lot of teamwork, in the end, you are competing against other people as well to get better grades, land a scholarship, etc. So it's a good mix of things. It teaches you how to be a team player while at the same time also learning how to strive individually and excel in things individually.
I definitely agree with that because we like combines the teamwork with individual work, and it creates a sense in some way competitive, in some way more cooperative, and it's just great.
Yeah. That was a very good question, by the way, because
Yeah.
it gets to see like how people are at the
Yeah.
university.
But it
So
just
yeah.
for me personally, I don't like much competitiveness like in the group when it's, for example, only like lectures and we are just talking about like not like some more debating stuff,
Hmm.
but I just like to cooperate. And
For
when
sure. I
exam
think
period,
these
like
are the times when
yeah,
like, if there's a group session happening, it is better to
yeah,
cooperate and all those things. But in exams,
in
of
exam
course, it's
time,
like
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
get a better grade than you,
It just
man.
you receive such an inspiration and everything is focused on themselves, and
Yeah.
then yeah, you feel that competitive environment, I would say.
There's another question which says, how soon before school starts do you recommend coming if you're looking for housing? All right. So there's a good question in regards that if you get a dorm, you pretty much don't have to come that early. You can come before the orientation week, which is gonna be in September.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the dorm,
Yeah.
then I would recommend coming much earlier because
It's my situation.
yeah, because sometimes like it is difficult to find housing just like that. So I would recommend that you already join some groups, already start looking, and already have a confirmation that you get the place, and then you come to Brno. But if you have the dorm, then you have nothing to worry about because
Yeah.
it is perhaps the most seamless process to get a place in Brno. And there are good places, very well connected, right in front of tram stops, grocery stores, and all these things. So for a first year student, I would definitely recommend like booking a dorm.
Yeah.
And then from there, like if you want to look, you can start looking. That would be my great advice because I did the same thing. And yeah, I think Kate would do the same thing as well if she wanted to. So yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend coming, I guess, a month in advance to know if you want to find the apartments, because I wasn't in the dormitory for my first semester, and I guess it took me 3 weeks to find an apartment. But it's also personal experience, and I cannot say exact terms. So just here it's easier to find everything because, for example, if you will search like for accommodation in your home country, in Czech Republic, it will be way harder.
Yeah, because there are like also problems with private housing. Yumi, who we had earlier with us, is now living in Bratslav, which is not in Brno, but still like very close by. It only takes 30 minutes to get here. But yeah, private housing can be a bit competitive. So I would suggest that you first get a dorm, and then when you're in the Czech Republic and you have a basis, then you
Yes,
look out for other
it will
housing.
be easier.
Yes. And yeah, don't forget the deadline, which is on the 1st of June. Apply much before the actual date because once again, it makes the life of everyone much easier. It is also better for you if you're applying for a visa to, have everything sorted out right now. So yeah, with that, we can wrap this live up.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here, Kate, and talking
Thank
about
you.
global challenges. Oh, no need to thank me. I'm
Yeah.
always down for all these things. So yeah. Anyways, thank you and bye bye.
Thank you.